Public Speaking Lesson 5. Understanding the size of your audience. When you're addressing an audience, it is extremely important that you take into account how many people you're talking to from the audience's perspective, not yours. Here's what I mean. If you are in a small office, 5 or 6 people, everyone in the office knows there's 5 or 6 of us here. So you're not going to use the same techniques you would as if you're in an auditorium with 5,000 people. In that auditorium, you would be presumably on stage. There's this clear distinction. You are separate from your audience, and that audience is enormous. And everyone sitting in that audience would be very aware of all the people sitting around them and the great distance between them and the audience and you up on stage. In that room of 5 or 6 people, however, everyone in your audience would understand there's just a few of us, so they'd expect a more casual presentation. Now, if we're talking electronically, if you're on social media, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or a video you're presenting on your website, from your perspective, your audience might be 10, 20, 30, maybe 1,000. Maybe you're thinking millions of people are going to see this, and you could be right. But it's important that you don't think about it from your perspective. Think about the size of that audience from the individual viewer's perspective. Because the person watching your video, they look around and they're sitting in their living room. Nobody else is there. To them, it's an audience of 1. And that is the perspective that they're viewing your video in. So, when you're speaking electronically, even if you are appearing on TV and everyone consciously knows that millions of people might be watching, they're sitting in their living room with 1, 2, 3 people maybe. So when you're addressing someone over electronic media, radio, video, any recording, always remember you're talking to 1 person. It is important in the tone that you take, the energy you have, and even your word choice. Avoid saying things on your videos or on a TV appearance such as, "It's so nice to see all of you," or "Hey everybody." You don't really need to say "Hey everybody." You can just say "Hello," as if you're speaking to just that 1 person. Because doing this will increase the strength of your connection. And when you're speaking through electronic media and you're separated by maybe thousands of miles and maybe even several years, you want that connection to be as strong as possible. So if you keep it in your mind and you're aware of speaking to just that 1 person, your videos are going to be a lot more effective and your connection will be stronger than if you are very obviously speaking to a general audience. You don't want to make your viewer aware that you didn't intend to be speaking to specifically them. Make that person feel like they are the most important person in your universe at that given moment, so that your message is fine-tuned to their needs. Because if they believe that, they're going to be more open to everything you're saying. All right, that's it. As you go forward and you start to think of videos, you start to think of ways that you can present your story or your message to an audience, keep in mind that audience, if it's an electronic media, in their perspective is 1 person. And their perspective is the most important one if you want to reach them meaningfully. All right, happy speaking. Oh, and if you want more tips, check out my bit.ly page right here. I'll keep you informed of when more courses and workshops are available.